Do you like to push yourself? I do. That's why one day at work, whenever I didn't have a ride home, I decided to walk the 6 miles home in my suit. I was working at a bank at the time, and I used to ride my motorcycle in with my suit and tie and my backpack on my back, but this day it was supposed to rain. I asked my wife to drop me off, and I said, I'll just wait when I'm done with work and you can come pick me up. Well, around noon, it was very clear that the clouds were not coming, the rain was not going to show up, and I didn't want to wait an extra hour after work for my wife to pick me up. So I got the itch to try and see if I could make it all the way home. It was a 6-mile trek, so I convinced my manager to let me leave early. Well, I loaded up my backpack and I started going, and I live in Tennessee, so there's a lot of hill. And that very first hill that I hit, I realized this may not have been the best idea. I took my tie off at the top of the hill, took my suit jacket off at the bottom of the hill, put them in my backpack, and I kept going, and I had 5 miles left in the heat and my suit. About 3 miles in, my feet were screaming at me because I'm in dress shoes, and I should not have been walking the way that I was walking. I'm sure people driving down the road were looking at me thinking I was either a Jehovah's Witness or a door-to-door salesman. At about mile 5, I was making some pretty good progress, but my legs were burning like crazy. I was doing that awkward side step, whenever you've got too much friction going on between your thighs and you try and just give them a little bit of space in between each step. Well, I made it 6 miles home in about an hour and 55 minutes. I was ecstatic. I threw off my backpack and ripped off my pants. I looked and I almost saw like a heat wave coming up off of my body. After I cooled off, I held up my pants, and sure enough, I had pretty much worn straight through the thighs on my nice suit. It may not have been my brightest idea, but I felt really, really good that I could make it there. Whenever you set your mind to something and you accomplish it, it is one of the most powerful feelings that you can ever experience. I don't always complete all the things that I try and do, but every now and then I just get that drive inside of me that I can't explain, and no matter what comes against me, I know I'm going to make it happen. Are you the same way? Is there ever been anything crazy that you've done that everybody else around you just laughed, shook their head, or just called you crazy, but you knew that you were going to do it and you were able to accomplish it? I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for joining me to hear about my 6-mile trek home in my suit. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up, put something down in the comments section, share it on social media, and I will see you next time when we can share a cigar and change the world.